Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Howie Long in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Now let's go.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on fourth down. Now Sanders. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. On first, they'll throw with Elway. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Randy Moss, 26 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, Mayfield again. It's complete. This is Brent Saleh. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering,
and the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And Sanders now to return. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deion Sanders, 69 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Elway now off of play action. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Randy Moss with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Randy Moss doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And no room to maneuver there. Give them a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good.
After the interception, here's Elway. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now it's Elway. Under pressure and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Elway. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jeremy Shackey from 6 yards away. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Howie Long able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Howie Long. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. Touchdown, Giants. Ricky Williams, 77 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Finding room inside the 40. And still fighting. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ricky Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. A gain of 6 there on first.
No. Check. Patriots.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. The Chargers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. This a 33-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in. Because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Earl Thomas was so good at Texas, playing center field, playing free safety, that they thought if he came back for one more year, they're going to have to move in the corner. Those are the types of skills he has.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Howie Long in there yet again. My goodness, making 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Now a second down throw for Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. And we'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Hardly was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let that all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 43 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base,
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Howie Long In there to get him again, and that's his 6th sack of the ball game, one off the NFL record of 7. To throw, Mayfield. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Mayfield now. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Elway. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Leopard! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Randy Moss, 60. Yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Howie Long in there yet again. They can't block him, and now with 8 sacks, he has set a new single-game record. Mayfield now on 2nd down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Howie Long able to finally wrestle him down for a huge loss, and that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. On, we think. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. There he goes inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, 45 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that one will be accepted. Mayfield on first down. And this is Selleck here with the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me trying to get to...
And they dropped him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. This may be a free play for Elway. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Mayfield, and this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. New York set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Lucky 56.
Elway will throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Six-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Elway. He's going to launch this thing way down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jerry Rice, 44 yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Randy Moss, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yeah.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Howie Long coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And take it right on the 30. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Staying on his feet. That is caught. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morten Andersen to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Williams. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now Allen. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll run it with Williams. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Oh, Brandon, that was a big play by the defense to keep him at the end zone.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Randy Moss, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants are in for 6.
Randy Moss led the league in receiving touchdowns 5 times starting in 1998. The last coming in 2009, and a lot of it to me was not just the natural talent, which was unbelievable, but the determination. Always was upset he wasn't a top 5 selection in the NFL draft. Kept being upset about people passing on him early in the first round. When he finally got to Minnesota, he decided to really establish himself in the NFL and let everyone else know they made a big mistake.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Williams looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Elway. And open, Rice. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st down, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again. Murray. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Murray now. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Flex round! Flex round!
A final shot before break. Murray eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray flushed out right. Going deep here for Landry. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And complete to Zach Ertz. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now he's forced out right. Keeps himself upright. They still can't get it. He may try and run for this. And then he goes with a juke. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Murray forced out to his left. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Landry there. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morten Andersen to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. First carry now for Ricky Williams. He finds an opening past the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now a carry for Allen. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. Now it's Elway. Open man, it's Jeremy Shockey. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver break.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, 42 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Andersen, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And now it's third down. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
On third down, Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Broncos on third. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go now.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot. Whoosh.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They'll run with Allen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. A strong running. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now Elway on 3rd and long. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Jackson now. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Howie Long able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They begin the drive with Williams. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Look at this spin.
Balance.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again, knocks another one through the posts. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go now. Blue, there.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Jerry Rice, open right side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll run it here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Leopard!
They stay on the ground with Allen. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go.
Here's Elway. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Some guys just simply have it, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 15.6 yards per reception during his playing days. Highest career yards per catch average for any player with 900 or more receptions. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to... And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Marcus Allen taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trying to improvise. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Calvin Johnson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Being chased out left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Howie Long in there to get him for his second sack of the night. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Geno Atkins able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40 and all the way down to the 20.